Welcome to Ravenscar and the start of a 2-day 55-mile walk around the North York Moors. So the plan is to walk from here, Ravenscar, up to Whitby along a small section of the Cleveland Way, then up the Esk Valley Walk up to Castleton. I'll be camping overnight somewhere before Castleton, and then up onto the moors, where I'm going to pick up the Lyke Wake walk just after Blakey Ridge and then follow that back to Ravenscar. So the plan is to do 25 miles today, bivvy overnight, 30 miles tomorrow. See how we get on. So the forecast today is for showers. Showers all day. So there's about 30-40% chance of showers at any point in the day. So I've got me OMM Halo jacket, not bothered with any waterproof trousers, just got me Montane Terror, which are quick drying. So given that it's not continuous rain and only showers, that should be fine. Trying out some new shoes today. I've got the Ultra Lone Peak 5. I've tried them out a few times, done a 10 and a 20 mile walk in them, and they were smashing. So looking forward to see how they compare with walking boots over a long walk like this one. So yeah, 55 miles over 2 days and 30 miles tomorrow. That'll be pretty much the longest day walk I've ever done, if not the longest. So interested to see how everything holds up, both my kit and my body. Got a new rucksack as well, again newish. Tried it out a couple of times. Got the Montane Trailblazer 30. And it's more than enough for an overnight backpack. In fact, it's pretty much all filled with my Thermarest sleeping bag, which is my 0 degree rated one, which I won't need at all, anything like that tonight. It's going to get down to 12 minimum, but it's the only sleeping bag I have at the moment, so that is filling most of that pack. Got my Alpkit Kloke bivvy. And Thermarest Neo Air X Light, and that's it tonight. Just a bag pad and bivvy bag. So all in all, carrying 6 kilos, and that's all in with a couple of days' food and half a litre of water and my camera. So pretty pleased with that all round, and it feels light as a feather so far, but then I'm only 5 minutes into the walk. Okay, time to start waffing on. Let's get some miles in. Let's get to Robin Hood's Bay. Two built as defences against a possible German invasion across the North Sea, which never happened, of course, but it did happen, or it had happened previously. In 1914, December, the German Navy, in a bid to try to lure the Royal Navy out into open battle in the North Sea, attacked Scarborough and Whitby and Hartlepool. They were all shelled from about a mile offshore. And the school where I worked until last week, Cavan College in Whitby, which was, I think, at the time Whitby Grammar School in 1914. We've actually got a fragment of one of the German shells that landed in the school field all those years ago. So we're 5 miles in now. I'm at Bay Ness, in between Robin Hood's Bay, or just Bay, as I recently learnt it's called around here. Halfway between Bay and Whitby. So yeah, first 5 miles done in exactly 2 hours, which is the sort of minimum pace that I need to make sure that I get to Egton Bridge for 4. As it stands, I'm going to be getting in at 4:30, so I'm just going to make sure I keep the pace a little bit faster for the next couple of sections as we head on into Whitby. There's been a couple of really light showers, no need for any waterproofs, just a refreshing little drizzle, and the day's just perfect. It's really interesting sky, lots of shapes. The smell once the rain has been is fantastic. There's a nice breeze. I think it's forecast to be around 10-12 miles an hour. So keeping cool, keeping hydrated, and just breathing it all in. Ah, fantastic. Whitby now, or near enough, and here I find myself, my old place of work. So I was here for 6 years, teaching history at sixth form and at the college, and had my last day last week. So a symbolic, poignant walk today, walking to my old place of work, walking through the car park where I used to park, my shirt and tie, and then walking away, figuratively and literally, walking away down the Esk Valley, or up the Esk Valley, up to meet my now ex-work colleagues and friends who I've been working with for the last 6 years for a leavers do. Well, I say leavers do. It's not like it's going to be a disco. Maybe it'll be a disco. This is the second bit of the walk. The first 10 miles is the coastal section following the Cleveland Way, and we're now well into the valley section, which is the Esk Valley Walk, which, as you might expect, more or less follows the River Esk. I think rather than follow it, so far it seems to be just checking in on it now and again, but it's following the line of the valley. So we're out of Russup and heading towards Slights. As you can hear, thundery showers. So yeah, I reckon we should be okay. I'm just only slight concern is if we have thunderstorms tonight when I'm trying to find somewhere to camp up on the moor, which wouldn't be maybe wouldn't be a wise combination. Well, the thunderstorm seems to be heading out to sea now. It sort of skirted around the side for about half an hour or so. Waterproof on for a bit. I thought it might come over, at which point it would have got absolutely drenched, but to be honest, it wasn't really that bad. The only thing that's wet now are my feet and my socks. Probably lost a bit of time as well. So heading on down to Gromont. I've got about an hour left if I'm going to get to Egton Bridge on time. So let's crack on. Okay, left Gromont and heading to Egton Bridge. Just had quite a heavy shower. Just seems to be getting towards the end of it now. It's about 3:45. I think I'm going to be slightly late for the pub. Hopefully not too late. Right then, into the horseshoe. Evening has turned out absolutely glorious after the thunderstorms and showers earlier. So we've had 4 hours at the horseshoe, a very nice falafel burger, a few pints of Brooklyn lager, and we're now carrying on up the Esk Valley Walk towards Lilholme. And then the plan is to go up onto the moors around Danby Beacon and find somewhere to get the bivvy down and spend a few hours sleeping. Sometime after Slights, my knee started to twinge, and it's still doing it now. I thought, or hoped, that sort of a few hours just sitting still would help it, but having started walking again, it's still hurting. So I'll have a couple of ibuprofen. Let's see if that helps. We'll see how we are tomorrow. Well, we'll see. It is 9:40, 20 to 10. It's just the most amazing evening. Obviously, this time of night, no one around. It's just gorgeous. I'm really enjoying this, but it's also going to get very dark very soon. So I need to find somewhere to lie down and roll out my bivvy. I really need to, I want to get up to Lilholme Moor near Danby Beacon, because that will mean that I've only got 30 miles to do tomorrow. If I stop before then, I'm not sure I can do more than 30 tomorrow. I'm not sure I can do 30 tomorrow. So we shall see. Do I stop early? So I'll get the head torch on and keep going up to Lilholme Moor. Don't know yet. We'll see.
Morning. Not quite sure what the time is yet. I'm guessing it's about 5. Didn't sleep very well. My knee's really hurting, and every time I try to move, they really hurt. So that kept me, I wouldn't say awake, but I sort of only slept for maybe half an hour at a time. So I didn't actually get to the camp spot last night until about 11. So probably went to sleep about 11:30. So I've had a couple of ibuprofen last night, yesterday evening, and 2 more last night. See how we get on this morning. But yeah, my knee's not too good, and I'm really tired. So once we get going, I'm sure things will brighten up. I'll just have to see. Decided that as my knees are still hurting, I'm going to shorten the route. About 10 minutes after I started, they were hurting so much that I thought I was going to have to completely abandon and just get down to
nearest train station and get the train back to Whitby. And even then I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to walk from Whitby back to Ravenscow. But now I've got going, they've eased off a bit, I can walk on them. It's still uncomfortable. I'm about as far away from Ravenscow on this loop as it's possible to get. So getting back to the car is going to take some walking, whatever I do. So my plan at the moment is to walk back to Winton Bridge and then pick up the Roman road across the moors, which actually bisects the Wake Walk. So at that point I can pick up the original route and back into Ravenscow. I suspect it's still going to be probably about 20 miles. Right then, final change of plan. I'm going to have to abort. My knees just got worse. So it's the point that I can't actually really bend my left leg without being in massive pain. On the flat I can sort of amble along, but any sort of up and down when I have to bend my knee, it's just hurting too much. Coming down from Lealholm Moor was almost impossible. It took me an hour and a half to do about a mile. So on that basis, even cutting the walk short isn't actually going to help, unless I could cut it short to maybe 2 or 3 miles, which I can't. So heading back to Lealholm station now, and then home. So I'm not quite sure what the lesson is. I suppose the lesson is don't hurt your knee. I'm not really sure what I did. I felt absolutely fine all yesterday, until about 15 miles, and then I just started to get the slight sort of feeling of a twinge, but you know, it was alright. But then it got worse as the afternoon went on. And it was really painful last night, so it kept me awake. So there you go. It's such a shame because it's such a glorious day. Lovely breeze, sun's out, blue skies. Absolutely perfect for walking. But there you go. Sometimes plans have to change. So, thanks very much for joining me on this, and I'll see you on the next one.